Alright, we got a new trailer to talk about. This time we're here to talk about Captain America, the Winter Soldier teaser trailer. So this movie's set a couple years after the Avengers, and Steve Rogers is just living his life. He's working for S.H.I.E.L.D. now. And this trailer starts off with a really cool scene of him diving out of this airplane.
Was he wearing a parachute?
No. No, he wasn't.
And you can see just from that scene that he's still struggling to adapt to the modern day world. You know, he's kind of bummed that all of his friends are dead from World War II. He has no one to talk to that can relate with him. So I think that'll be interesting from this movie. I think it has a new director. I'm not entirely sure. But you know how the first one was all campy and fun? It was World War II, you know, it was all colorful and everything. This one looks like it's taking it in a much darker tone. I mean, I like the first one. It's really good. It came out in the same summer as Thor, so I think compared to Thor, it was the lesser of the two, but it's still a really fun movie. But yeah, this one's set in the present, seems much more serious. You see Robert Redford, he's talking to Steve Rogers for a little bit.
Captain, to build a better world sometimes means tearing the old one down.
I think this movie's kind of like the first, because in the first one he signed up for the army, he's like, yeah, I want to serve this country, America. I know the America thing is really overused and cliched right now, but it's still fun to do, be honest. Except he was just used as a propaganda piece and kind of a show boy. And then in this movie he's like, yeah, I joined S.H.I.E.L.D. to protect people. But I feel like there's a darker side to S.H.I.E.L.D. that we're going to see in this movie that you kind of saw a little bit in the Avengers. Spoiler alert for the Avengers, but you know how S.H.I.E.L.D. was talking about making those nukes to wipe out any alien attacks? Yeah, you see that S.H.I.E.L.D. has their dark secrets. I feel like we're going to learn more about that in this movie. And then of course, being a Captain America movie and a Marvel movie, you get to see Sam Jackson return as Nick Fury.
We're going to neutralize a lot of threats before they even happen.
Thought the punishment usually came after the crime.
I'm also excited to see more of Scarlett Johansson. She was good in the Avengers, and Iron Man 2, she had a couple awesome scenes in there. But I hope her character gets a lot more depth in this movie, especially because she's going to have this relationship with Steve Rogers. Which is weird, because I thought her and Hawkeye kind of had a little thing going on. You know, where they're like co-workers, but they're more than that also. Did you see Hawkeye in the Avengers? Come on. You know he wanted it. This is also going to be a really fun movie for fans of the comics, which I am not, but I've read into them a little bit. For two reasons. You got the Falcon and you have the Winter Soldier in this movie. They both get some really cool shots in this trailer too. It was cool seeing the Falcon, you know, he does that like the dive bomb thing and then he like spreads his wings out.
You're up.
It's time.
I like the look of him too. I like how he's not like Angel from X-Men 3. Where he has, you know, like actual wings, although he's a mutant, so it makes sense. But for the Falcon, they made these really cool tactical wings. I like how it looks. And then the Winter Soldier, he just looks awesome. He kind of looks like a mix of Bane and Loki. For those who haven't read the comics, I'm not going to spoil who the Winter Soldier is. But I'm going to be curious how they handle that in the movie, because I know a lot of people already know his identity. And on the last shot in this trailer, Steve Rogers throws his shield at the Winter Soldier. Man, this thing's going to be so cool. This movie's coming out in April and it looks great. I was a little worried because of that release date and not in summer. But it looks like summer's arriving a little bit earlier this year and I can't wait for this movie. So the Captain America, the Winter Soldier trailer, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Comment down below, comment anything you want, tell me what you thought about it. And thanks for watching this video. If you guys like it, you can click here to see more.